भारत में पशु क्रूरता के बढ़ते मामले पर गंभीर चिंता जताते हुए पशु सुरक्षा के लिए मजबूत और सख्त कानून की मांग को लेकर एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस आयोजित की गई। इस कार्यक्रम का उद्देश्य पशुओं, विशेषकर सामुदायिक कुत्तों के साथ हो रहे दुर्व्यवहार, हिंसा और अपेक्षा के मामले पर राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर ध्यान केंद्रित करना और तत्काल कानूनी व सामाजिक सुधार की आवश्यकता को रेखांकित करना था।
And thank you so much for being here today. Most of the times we think that a press conference which is against the Supreme Court order would be against the government and the Supreme Court. But I am here today sitting in front of you to clarify that we, tagged as animal lovers, are not against humans, we are not against the Supreme Court, and we are not against the government. We are standing here today in the crisis of humanity, the crisis of governance, the crisis of responsibility, which we humans have failed at different levels. And the point here is that for the things that we humans did, a species should not suffer. The very first question I want to tell, or rather I want to ask you all, is that the newspapers and every one of us keep quoting that the number of dogs are huge in India, particularly stray dogs. And it is very true. The reporting to this extent is true that the number of stray dogs are huge in number and are growing. But none of us frankly question how the numbers increased. It was never the problem 15 years back. Then why it is such a big problem today? It is because of governance failure. The blames that we are giving to the dogs today is actually not their fault if you think it wisely. Even they are fighting for their lives, for food, for their safety. At the same time, we humans are struggling with our own safety. The fight is for the ecological balance. Earth is not only for humans, and the moment we realize that every living being has a role to play in this society, on this earth, we will understand that we cannot talk about killing or wiping out a particular segment of society. Animals, particularly dogs, are very friendly in nature in general, what history says. We may see a lot of stray dogs in our areas today, a lot of dog bites, and we are not saying that the bites do not happen. We agree that some bites are definitely happening, but at the same time, I've called upon everyone to tell you that there are certain sort of bites which were never present. When I presented my case in front of honorable judges, I proved that how some bites were just never present. Similarly, there were bites which were being provoked. As of now, from the past 1.5 years, we all have witnessed through media, through different word of mouth, how stray dogs have created a havoc in the country. I'm here today to tell you the other side of the story as well, that how we humans, at the verge of losing our humanity, killing animals in the name of Supreme Court order. I worked with the government, and at no point in time I can tell that the government of India has ever told anyone to start killing animals. No country can do this. No country has the right to do this, and it cannot even afford to tell people to start killing animals. Even when our Honorable Supreme Court passed the order to remove these stray dogs from public institutions, it has never pointed that people should take work in their own hands, start relocating animals, which currently, under the current law, is a criminal offense, start harassing feeders, start killing animals. They could have simply went to government to get them some help. If the help is not available from the MCD or whosoever the municipal corporations are there in that particular state, they could have raised that. But instead, what we humans have started doing is killing animals. If you open the paper, I did not print too many abuse cases because no point wasting papers. It is all there in the media, it is all there in the soft format that today we humans have started recklessly killing animals in the name of this order. Unfortunately, it's equivalent to tarnishing the image of our Honorable Supreme Court as well as the right, snatching the rights of the animals. For example, I don't have to take too many examples because it is out there loud in the media everywhere. The representatives of yours, the colleagues of yours have already printed how the puppies were burned alive because they were shivering in cold. How 300 stray dogs have been culled in the state of Telangana. How we see dogs were killed. For example, in the parliament, one government employee has said that he killed 3,000 dogs and buried them under the coconut tree. Are we telling that it is normal? Every day we see videos of dogs being shot, being raped, being abused, being killed. Especially the fashion that we are seeing on the rise today is take a stick, kill the dog. It has happened in my society as well last week. We have filed an FIR. But the question is not about filing FIRs. The question is about where do we stand as humans today? If the dogs are biting us, we should be questioning how so many dogs came in the first place. We failed miserably with our ABC program for years and years in spite of spending so much money. Who is accountable for this? Now that the animals, the soul of some other species have come on this earth because of our mistake, and I'm not saying it was only government's mistake or a citizen's mistake. It is a collective mistake that has happened since many years in the past. And now that it has happened, how good it is to simply wipe out a species or simply call on abuses on animals and their caretakers. It is a threat currently to all the animal feeders in the society because if you have heard the Supreme Court discussion, a lawyer has told that people are barging in the houses of the caretakers, raping them, molesting them in the name of feeding. Whereas feeding is a right given by the Constitution. The right to live for animals is stated in the Constitution. So we are not doing anything wrong. And you have to understand one thing, that the animal caretakers are the forefront of this whole thing being controlled to whatever extent it is being controlled today. For example, in my society, I take care of 25 to 30, 35, 50 dogs. Depends how much I can take care every day. Now, I am at the forefront of this information. Which dog is behaving badly? Which dog is getting aggressive? Who is sick? Who is unwell? Who is chasing the cars? So I have all the informations, and if you check my accounts as well, spending my own money, I have sterilized all these dogs in my area. I vaccinate them, and I can prove I've got all the the bills and everything. And I'm not alone. There are so many like me doing this from their own money. And just imagine today that if we vanish, you abuse us, the people abuse us, saying that we are feeders, we should not be feeding, etc., etc. Just imagine for a second that we vanish today. The amount of sterilization individual feeders or animal caretakers have done, this all would have been vanished, and the numbers would have been even more. The way we feed the dogs, we keep them calm, we vaccinate them, we sterilize, we take care when they're sick. If we stop doing this today, what will happen? A big segment of dogs will be doing even more stuff that you are complaining that they're killing, they're running behind us, they're chasing us, etc. It will be uncontrolled because the basic ABC, the Animal Birth Control Program laid down by the government, is not followed completely. It is followed very less. Secondly, the public healthcare systems for animals is in extremely sad state. Everyone is talking today that dogs should be in the shelter because they will get food and care. I'm pretty sure none of you know how does a current shelter, which is very less in numbers, look like. It is an absolute disgusting state. The sick animals, the feces of the animals, the dead bodies, cannibalism inside the shelters, everything is happening, and they are not able to maintain even very few number of shelters which were designated after ABC or for the sick dogs. Imagine if we take all the dogs there. What is the guarantee that the corruption is not going to happen with the newer shelters? Can any one of us take this guarantee that the newer shelters will let the dog roam freely under the sun, give them nutritious food, take care of their problems, and slyly not kill them for any other propaganda? It states that the people who do crimes on animals are the ones who have the highest probability to do crimes on humans. So if you are not an animal lover, you should be worried, because that person who is killing the dog or who is killing any other animal has a very good chance that now he has gotten the courage to come behind animals, the ones who are weaker. People think women are weaker, and because of which the number of rapes in the country is way beyond the number of street dog bites happening. I see a lot of females here, and I'm sure you all will agree to me on one thing, that in India it is not really safe to stay late at night. We do not feel safe to go somewhere where the room is full of men. While I came here today, my team told me that you should wear something where the skin is not revealing. I live outside India half of the time, half of the year. I never faced this kind of questions what I face in India today. And this is one of the reasons is that the assumed stronger section of the society think that animals and women are easy to control. Both the case is not true. I'm sure Supreme Court did not even anticipate the reaction would be so large when they said that some of the animals, or initially all of the animals, should go to the shelters. Because they are busy, they are doing important work as well. It's not only the responsibility of the government and the Honorable Supreme Court to take care of all our problems. It is the responsibility of every one of us to understand what is right and what is wrong for a society. I'll give a small example. We see a lot of memes like about some chief minister or other ministers. Have you ever thought what we do as citizens? We finish eating from a packet of chips and we throw that packet outside the dustbin. Now you may say, or even I say, that the number of dustbins are less. Fine. But where there are dustbins, even there you see all the garbage is below the dustbin. Some may say that the dustbin is full and it's not cleared daily, so where will we put the things? Good question. In that case, is the minister responsible or the municipal authority is responsible? So we have become so comfortable in blaming that we have lost the sense of understanding what are we doing today. Again, I am iterating then that no court or no government has ever asked any of us to start killing animals to reduce and help them. Like I see the narrative in the media where your fellow colleagues print that the people have committed the crime to help the Supreme Court. It is absolutely shameful. It is tarnishing the image of our honorable court, who are working overboard to just protect us. Did they ever tell any one of us to start killing animals to help them? Absolutely not. It is our own phobia, our own hatred, that we are now taking it out on animals, giving excuse of the Supreme Court order. The abuse on feeders and animals is so high that people are killing parrots in huge numbers. People are killing dogs. It's a common thing now. An interesting thing that has come out in the media is that now the blood for humans containing sheep's blood. I'm sure many of you have read this. It's a news in the last 2-3 days. Can you imagine you people asking for blood in the hospital, getting sheep's blood? It is there in the media and it is really, really horrifying. So now who is responsible for all this? Did the government say to do all these kind of things? No. So the day we all will rise together to see the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem were never the dogs. They started from a limited number and they grew without control because we failed to do the ABC in spite of taking money. So now that we failed, of course we will have some issues, unfortunately. The kids or the old people sometimes fall prey to the human act. But then always when there is an action, there is always a reaction to it. The action was we failed to do our job, the reaction is the number of bites. But at the same time, the number of bites that we quote in the media is wrong. I'm sorry to say, the whole media is here today, but you have to understand one thing that I also said in the Supreme Court in front of the judges is that when you go to a hospital, I have the recording if you need, I'll send you the recording. I'm not switching on the recording right now what hospitals have said because of the time punch, but I'll hand it over to you guys. Is that when you go to the hospital, the record of a dog bite is not same as an actual dog bite, because the people who are going to take a pre-exposure prophylaxis, for example, I am a doctor, but I'm not a veterinarian. I take pre-exposure because I come in contact with dogs most of the times and I want to stay safe. But there are veterinarians who get exposed to animals who contract rabies, and it's not only dogs regularly. They go to take pre-exposure prophylaxis. In that case, the pre-exposure mostly consisting of 2 vaccines are counted as 2 bites. If you see WHO or if you see the RTI of India, they agree that now 2 vaccinations are converting to 2 bites. The number of bites reducing to half. Secondly, when a person is being bitten or scratched or comes in contact with a suspected rabies animal, they go and take vaccination. Or for safety as well, if the dog is not rabid, even for safety, they go and take vaccinations. 3 to 5 doses. These 3 to 5 doses, please note it down carefully, are considered as 3 to 5 isolated bites. Whereas the fact is that it is 1 bite which is giving rise to 5 bites officially. So now if I imagine that everyone who has been bitten has taken vaccines, the total number of bites should be divided by 5 in that case, or divided by 3 in that case. I hope you're getting my point. The data, we are so against the media or everyone who is quoting is because of this. No one is actually using the mathematic tools to understand how it is being calculated. Again, as I said in the Supreme Court, the bites sometimes are not being registered in the hospitals. So now, when it comes to asking them how many bites are there, I really do not know how they are quoting it. Ideally, it should not be quoted because they are not registering it. And I have the proof of it. The hospital authorities, the doctors are saying that when I go to the hospital, I register as a patient, I take injection for rabies, anti-rabies injection. Then this data never goes anywhere. The data is still that I just visited the hospital. That's it. Just open your eyes and understand. A doctor sitting in front of you telling you the official reports, and it has been published everywhere, TOI, WHO, everywhere, that rabies is not there in the top 30. Now, what are the top 10? Cardiovascular, respiratory illness, where the pollution is one of the causes, though government says it has not been established. Diarrheal causes, water is a main problem. If now I start paying media or even telling media that, the number of people being dead by diarrhea is so large, and if I divide the number per day basis and start publishing in the media daily, you will fear drinking that water or touching that water from your tap. And which is what has happened with our stray dogs. The irresponsible publishing every day vivid numbers has created a fear that the people who never bothered about stray dogs have started to fear. So now when something is blown out of the proportion, which is not actual fact, what the government is supposed to do. And I'm really thankful they've taken this suo moto because they've given us an opportunity to talk today. The abuse has been happening since many years, but it's a fault on our part as well that we did not make it a big issue. It's a fault on all the animal carers' part. We should have raised this voice much before. But now that thankfully court has given us time for this suo moto case, it is extremely important we have to see the other side of it and not just blame. I'm an animal lover. But I'm not blaming the Supreme Court for taking this suo motu. I'm not blaming the government at all. They are listening to us, giving us time where the number of cases pending in the court is so high. Ideally, they should have been picking up more important things like rapes or water issues that causes diarrhea and killing thousands of people. But because they have given us this time, understanding everyone's problem, the people who are the victims, the animals who are the victims, they're listening to us. It is very important for us as a community to understand what are our responsibilities. We should not be breaking the bowls we keep for animals, for water, for feeding them. We should not be breaking them. We should not be troubling people. It's our responsibility as well. When we are the citizens of the country, have given the right to vote and elect our representatives, it's not that we are transferring all our responsibilities to that elected person, and when he or she fails, we make memes on them. It is also our responsibility to do our job properly. And today our job is to understand the science, the maths behind the stray dog bites, and work responsibly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anurupa, and today I'm here in the capacity of being an impleader at the Supreme Court regarding the suo motu case for the stray dogs.
मैम क्या ऐसी सिचुएशन बिगड़ गई है कि आपको ये कॉन्फ्रेंस करना पड़ा रिगार्डिंग स्ट्रे डॉग्स?
कॉन्फ्रेंस तो सभी कर रहे हैं रिगार्डिंग स्ट्रे डॉग एब्यूज़, और जहाँ तक सिचुएशन बिगड़ने वाली बात है वो तो बहुत पहले से ही बहुत बिगड़ी हुई है. गलती हमसे ये हुई है कि हमने एब्यूज़ वाली बात पहले नहीं उठाई है. वी वेटेड फॉर गवर्नमेंट टू एक्ट ऑन इट. इज़ वन ऑफ द मिस्टेक्स दैट हैज़ हैपेंड. अदरवाइज एब्यूज़ बिगड़ी अभी कुछ नहीं. अभी तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा बिगड़ी है क्योंकि अभी लोगों को अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये लगने लगा है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी ना सबको खुली छूट दे रखी है कि आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, विच इज़ रॉन्ग. नो कोर्ट हैज़ एवर सेड दिस दैट यू कैन स्टार्ट एब्यूजिंग एनिमल्स. इट्स अ रॉन्ग नैरेटिव. वो अपनी सहूलियत से सबने अपना अपना बना लिया. जो पहले कर नहीं पा रहे थे, जो पहले एनिमल क्रुएल्टी का डर था, वो अब उनको गलती से लगने लगा है. एंड दिस द रीज़न शायद हम भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा पुश कर रहे हैं कि यू शुड नॉट डू दिस, यू शुड नॉट टार्निश द इमेज ऑफ द कोर्ट, बिकॉज कोर्ट हैज़ नेवर सेड एनीथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. दे वांट टू हेल्प पीपल, वी ऑल्सो वांट टू हेल्प पीपल. अब बीच में अगर लोग आके इस तरह की हरकतें करने लगेंगे फिर तो इट इज़ क्वाइट सीरियस. वी शुड नॉट बी प्रमोटिंग एब्यूज़ ऑन एनिमल्स और ह्यूमन्स एट ऑल.
मैम आपको क्या लगता है कि इंडिया में एनिमल वेलफेयर सिर्फ कागजों तक और सेमिनार तक ही सीमित रह गया है क्या?
Depends who is doing that welfare, to be very honest. If it is for the government or any public body per se, to a good extent, yes, I think. But private people, आज के डेट पे lot of NGOs and ऐसा नहीं कि सारे NGOs are really good, some have issues also, but private people and NGOs, the private parties and NGOs, I think are the ones holding up, especially the dog thing. If they vanish, the system of this stray dog thing will collapse.
मैम जैसे कि ABC नियम जो रूल्स हैं वो 2023 में आया था, तो अब चला 2026. अगर देखा जाए डॉग्स का जो मामला है वो अगर इस नियम के तहत चला जाता तो क्या इतना बढ़ सकता था?
बिल्कुल नहीं. और ABC 2023 में नहीं आया, वो बहुत पहले से है, वो बदलते रहते हैं, उनके अपग्रेडेशंस होते रहते हैं. अभी 23 में नहीं आया है, ये बहुत पहले से आया. और अगर ये अच्छे से किया जाता आज एक भी डॉग शायद नहीं होती, बिल्कुल नहीं होती. ये तो इट्स अ गवर्नेंस फेलियर, प्योरली इट्स अ गवर्नेंस फेलियर. पर इसका मतलब ये नहीं. टुडे वी आर मोर फोकसिंग ऑन द एब्यूसेस बिकॉज ऑफ द नैरेटिव दैट कुत्ते ज़्यादा है, कुत्ते हानिकारक है. नो, ABC के फेलियर है तो सभी मान चुके हैं, कोर्ट में भी मान चुके हैं और सब कोई मान चुके. आई थिंक वो खुद ही मान चुके हैं कि इट हैज़ बीन अ फेलियर. बट टुडे द नैरेटिव इज़ कि एब्यूज़ इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है क्योंकि इनको लगता है कि कोर्ट ने ये कह दिया है कि डॉग्स आर बाइटिंग एंड किलिंग पीपल लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर, विच इज़ नॉट द केस.
एनिमल अब्यूज को लेकर के आप क्या अपील करना चाहती हैं पब्लिक से?
That it is a criminal offence to do abuse on any animals as per the constitution of our country. And if you see the last Supreme Court session on this, the judges have clearly highlighted that it is a criminal offence to harass animals, abuse animals and the animal caretakers. It can lead to severe punishment. And I'm really thankful to the government of NCT, especially the Delhi government, that they are also coming up with prevention acts on animal abuse.
मैम जैसे आपने बोला था कि सरकारी हॉस्पिटल्स में ना जाके आप प्राइवेट में जाती, तो आपको क्या लग रहा है कि सरकारी हॉस्पिटल की इतनी हालत ख़राब है, इसमें किसको जिम्मेदार है? हमारी सरकार की तरफ से है, क्या है आप ये बताइए।
सरकारी हॉस्पिटल तो सरकार की है ना,
हाँ,
तो जिम्मेदारी किसकी हुई?
सरकार की हुई है।
फिर ये सवाल तो इनवैलिड हो गया।
जैसे बोला कि मैं सरकार को दोष नहीं दे रही हूँ, मैं सरकार को
देखिए इसमें ना, मैं एक डॉक्टर हूँ और मैंने सरकारी में पढ़ाई भी किया, इसमें काफ़ी फेसेस हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आप अगर सरकारी हॉस्पिटल में देखोगे ना, लोग थूके पड़े हैं कॉरिडोर्स में, ये गलती सरकार की नहीं है। अगर सरकारी अस्पताल में डॉक्टर्स नहीं होते, या फिर आपके दवाइयाँ नहीं होती, या फिर आपके बैठने की सही जगह नहीं होती, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं होता, इसकी गलती आप सरकार को दे सकते हैं टू एन एक्सटेंट। पर अगर सरकारी अस्पताल में गंदगी है तो सरकार क्या कर सकता है इसमें आके? इन्होंने बोला है कि डॉक्टर आप ना काम करके जाओ, गंदगी फैला दो। ये कौन से
नियम तो बने हुए हैं?
बिल्कुल बने हुए, अब लोग पालन नहीं करते, इसका तो लोगों की गलती है।
तो इस पे एक्शन लेने के लिए गवर्नमेंट को कुछ करना चाहिए ना।
और जब करने आएंगे आप वोट नहीं देंगे इनको।
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है मैम, वो तो होता ही है, मगर हर जगह
फिर तो
एक आम जनता से बोल रहे हो कि वो डॉग्स के लिए थोड़ा वो करे, तो
फिर तो बहुत अच्छी बात है। ये बात तो सरकार तक जानी चाहिए कि प्लीज टेक एक्शन, पीपल यू विल नॉट लूज योर वोट्स।
वो तो है ना मैम कि अगर हम
फिर आपको बुरा लगेगा ना, जो नर्स ने गंदगी फैलाई या जो पेशेंट ने गंदगी फैलाई, उनको तो बुरा लग जाएगा, वो तो डेफिनेटली वोट नहीं देंगे।
एक्शन इन द सेंस, जैसे आपने बोला है कि आप सिंगापुर में रहे, वहाँ पे चिंगम नहीं खा
हाँ, तो वहाँ डरते नहीं है ना
डरते
सर,
हैं, मतलब डरते हैं, तभी यहाँ पे
पनिशमेंट है, यहाँ पनिशमेंट का डर नहीं है।
मैं कह रही हूँ कि अगर
आइडियली ये होना चाहिए। देखो, कोई भी कंट्री चाहती नहीं है कि आपको पनिश कर करके ठीक करे। आइडियली तो इतनी बुद्धि अपने सिटीजन्स में होनी चाहिए। जब है नहीं तो बचा क्या? या तो आप साफ करते रहो, पर सरकार आज बैठ के पूरी दुनिया साफ नहीं कर सकती, उनके पास और भी काम है ना। फिर आप वो साफ करेंगे, आप गंदगी फैलाओगे। ये सीपी में जो बिल्डिंग है, ये सरकार पेंट कराती है, फिर कोई उसको स्पिट करता है, तो कितना चलता रहेगा? दिस इज नेवर एंडिंग थिंग। सो इट इज़ आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज वेल। लोगों को ये समझनी चाहिए कि वो गलत करके आप सरकार को हर चीज़ पे ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते। तो हॉस्पिटल की गंदगी सरकार की गलती नहीं है। जब गवर्नमेंट एक डॉक्टर को एम्प्लॉय करती है, वो डॉक्टर अगर फेल होता है टू ट्रीट, तो ये गलती गवर्नमेंट की कहाँ से हो गई? अगर गवर्नमेंट ने गलत डॉक्टर एम्प्लॉय किया, तब कह सकते हैं कि हाँ, आपने गलत डॉक्टर को चूज़ कर लिया। वो पास नहीं हुआ था, या फिर वो बहुत लो लेवल का डॉक्टर था, आपने उसको चूज़ कर लिया। वहाँ शायद सब क्वेश्चन उठा सकते हैं कि आपने हाई क्वालिटी, हाई मेरिटोक्रेसी के वाले डॉक्टर्स क्यों नहीं रखे। पर जब वो खुद जानबूझ के अपनी लापरवाही से गलती करता है, तो फिर से इंडिविजुअल थी।
लास्ट में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे इस टॉपिक को लेकर के?
कि प्लीज स्टॉप अब्यूजिंग एनिमल्स एंड द फीडर्स, यू मे गो टू जेल। बिकॉज अभी क्योंकि जागरूकता इतनी बढ़ गई है, आई थिंक टुडे इट्स द 8th और 9th कॉन्फ्रेंस हैपनिंग इन द मेट्रोज। मैं तो बाकी शहरों का आंकड़ा जानती भी नहीं हूँ। सो नाउ दिस इट इज़ कमिंग एंड गवर्नमेंट डज व्हाट पब्लिक वांट्स। आज सिर्फ पब्लिक ये नहीं चाहती कुत्ते हटा दिया जाए, अब पब्लिक ये भी चाहती कि उनका राइट रहे। आज ये भी चाहती है कि अननेसरी उनको ना पीटा जाए, अननेसरी हम लोग जैसे लोग जो एक्चुअली हैंडल कर रहे हैं इस पूरे सिचुएशन को, हमें ना कुछ किया जाए। तो फिर तो सरकार हमारी भी सोच सुनेंगे। इन दैट केस इट इज़ वेरी रिस्की इन टुडेज डेट एंड टाइम टू अब्यूज एनिमल्स। यू मे लैंड अप इन जेल।
थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू।